Let's go. I remember my first beer.
It's audio checking.
Synthesizer.
Synthesizer.
I said it right this time. It's coming.
Take damn good time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have a damn good time.
We need to like sit here and freestyle over one of these songs one time and just have an actual make our own intro song. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name's Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
I'm Erik Wheeler.
And this is a Damn Good Time podcast.
Hit him with it.
Hit him with it, hit him with it, hit him with it.
Yes, we're going to hit him with it. Because on this week's episode, we have Erik Wheeler back on the show.
He's back.
We're going to try some Octoberfest from Great Lakes Brewing Company. Then we're going to get dirty with a dirty martini from Cody's Cocktail Corner.
Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy. Then we have some fun topics to get into and have ourselves a damn good time.
It's just fading out, too.
Oh,
Perfect.
look at that.
Look at that. What
Perfect
a song.
timing. Perfect fucking timing. on
What
that
a
song.
song.
I love
Cody
that
didn't-
intro.
Yeah, Cody didn't even have to like turn it down for us.
That's an 80s banger right there.
We didn't even practice that either.
No.
It felt like we practiced it, but we didn't.
Yeah.
That was good.
Everybody listens to it like, man, those guys are good at that.
We're getting so much better at this. I mean, we're on 34, and it feels like it sounded like we're at 1,000 right now.
34.
Episode 34, 34 weeks of this fucking shit show.
Yeah. Still rolling.
Still fucking rolling, baby. But yeah, let's obviously we introduced Mr. Erik Wheeler here. We got him back. We decided to get him back on the show because he seems to be our clutch man, honestly.
Yeah.
last time he was on, it was last minute, like, hey, you want to be on the show? He's like, fuck yeah. And then this time we had a friend had to cancel because of, you know, the whole pandy going on. We're not going to get into too many details and scare a bunch of people, but there was something blah, 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 blah. Long story short, our man came through again.
Good.
Like I said, the last podcast I was on, I'm just the backup quarterback. You know? Hey, I have to be ready for spot duty at any time.
Right,
So.
right. But that's the other thing I wanted to point out, though, and I told you this off camera, but for some reason, the people, the fans, they love him. You've gotten more views than our average on the last at least 10 episodes, so you're a fucking star, dude.
Yeah, so if it happens again, I expect to be on the show like constantly.
It might be first string. Who knows?
You might even change the name of the show to A Damn Good Time with Erik Wheeler.
Yeah.
And his co-host.
Let's not set the bar too high, guys.
Yeah. So, Cody, how's your week been?
Baby duty, man.
Baby
You know,
duty.
we talked last show. I just had the babies.
Yeah.
So now, like, I'm a full weekend. Well,
Yeah.
10 days, technically, since they've been born. Interesting fact.
What's that?
I had my dad and my stepmom, Tracy. They came and visited the babies.
Yeah.
And she pointed out, it's kind of a little eerie, but kind of cool.
Okay.
So the day the babies were born was also the day my grandma Helen on my dad's side passed away.
Oh.
So September 20th was the day she passed away.
Yeah.
And just so happened that we named my son Jack, who's my grandpa on that side, and
Yeah.
he was like 2 weeks before that. So it's kind of I don't know,
Yeah.
like it's kind
That
of
whole,
weird, like,
lightning
you know?
crashes.
Yeah, you know. So
crashes.
bring it
Your
back into
grandparents
that.
died.
Oh God, that sounds terrible now.
Now you've got two babies. One's named after the other.
Yeah.
Or after your grandpa.
After my grandma, not my grandma, but you know.
I love that remix. It's my favorite version.
Hey, they're rebooting everything nowadays. We might as well reboot Lightning
right.
Crashes.
That's right.
But I thought it was cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
in a way, it's creepy, but it's cool in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
That whole circle of life thing, and it's weird that it kind of timed up the same, too.
yeah. And with my brothers, the way they are, and I have one niece. She's wonderful, but I'm sure my dad was like, there's nobody that's ever going to take the Adams name, at least. There's plenty of Adams out there. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. But the Adams are Adams.
Yeah.
Name on.
Right.
I
He's
guess
got a solid lineage, you know.
I got a couple cousins. I don't know if they would.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada. My dad was kind of worried, and then I was like, when I told him I had a boy, he was like,
And who knows?
ecstatic,
Maybe one of your brothers might, fuck around and find out.
They might, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to either of them.
When
about
Brady
their
listens to
plans.
this, and happy birthday today. It's his birthday. When
Happy
this
birthday.
airs, it won't be, but
Yeah.
happy birthday, Brady.
Shout out Brady.
I don't think he's planning on having any kids. And my brother Derek, I mean, there could be a whoopsie in there. So,
Brady's gonna fuck around and find out.
But yeah, that was something. So I just literally been mainly just staying at home,
Yeah.
taking care of the babies. So
Well, little Jack's shoe-in for the heir to the throne, then, huh?
he's
There you go.
He's the lead runner. So
Yeah.
we'll find out.
They getting all wiggly and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they still sleep all the time.
Yeah. We popped in on Sunday and saw them, and they're adorable, adorable little babies.
Little 5-pounders, little peanuts that everybody likes to call them. They're doing good though. We just had an appointment yesterday, and they're gaining weight. And
That's good.
everything's good. So no problems.
Everything you hope from newborns.
Yeah. So the doctor said, "Hey, next time I want to see him is in a month." So
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Keep yourself out of the doctor's office a little longer now.
yeah, exactly.
Because you guys are doing frequent trips because she was with twins, so like more of a high risk pregnancy and shit. You guys were doing a lot. weren't you?
Right. Yeah. So they want more things done.
Yeah.
We do have to do like an X-ray on her on her hip, because being a breech baby, which means their head up in the
Okay.
womb, instead of like head down. That means that there could be a problem with hips. The doctor's not too worried about it, but he wants a little X-ray just to make sure, because they can correct it early if so.
Right.
Other than that, yeah, they're good to go.
A little early detection type stuff.
They're good to go. They're just eating and pooping.
Eating
That's all
poop.
they do. Eat, poop, sleep.
Hell yeah.
It's a good stage.
Yeah.
It's a good stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Oh, it's been a week, I guess. I don't know. We actually went to the fair. We touched base on the Ski County Fair on the last
We
podcast.
did. Yeah, we were like going over everything. And you're like, oh, we can't do that because this airs after that.
Yeah. But I actually did end up going after we recorded the show, and it was everything you could expect out of the Tuscarawas County Fair. Only a little less mossy oak camo,
Sure.
a little less real tree camo. Whole lot of fucking mullets, like mullets everywhere. Like little kids with mullets, old dudes with mullets. Just mullets galore.
It's back in.
Yeah, so I think that's like the new rage now, right? I
Right.
mean, you just, business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it started, with like you guys familiar with that comedian Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
He's like a little Mississippi dude, and he talks real funny and shit. He's a funny dude, but his mullet's got a little more business. Well, a little more party in the front, I guess. Like it's a little longer in the front,
longer.
but he's got that tail in the back, and then it just seems like ever since I saw him on social medias and shit and blowing up, like I think that might have been the catalyst to start it. I don't know, unless he got it from somewhere else, but like
And started the fire.
yeah.
To me, it's kind of that haircut where it's like it's a fun play. You're just being funny in a way.
Yeah.
And it's also like, because you're not trying to style that thing in any shape or form.
No,
so.
man, I feel like it started as like a satirical joke. Like it was like, oh, look at funny, I got a mullet. And then the pit viper sunglasses, safety glasses shit's rolled out, and like all this kind of like 80s throwback shit. And the weird thing about it is the party boy country folk are picking it up. It's not so much more of like a pop thing like it was in the 80s. It's totally fucking like Luke Bryant listening motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They got their truck sitting at the Carolina Lean or whatever the fuck, where it's lower in the back and higher in the front. They got their fucking pit vipers on and pearl snap shirts and shit. Like it's definitely more of like a bro country type thing than it is more of a
party boy thing.
Yeah.
You're
It's
here to party with your mullet.
But it's 100% white people.
No, yeah.
There's definitely a bunch of white dudes for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that goes without saying, I think. But I think it's one of those little phases of things that everybody's like, oh, this would be funny and fun at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just
and then it started.
Steve's probably right. I mean, it probably was the comedian, that got this going, because, my God, a year and a half ago, everybody made fun of mullets.
Right.
Like, oh, look at this guy. He's got a mullet. You believe it? He's
Right.
cut his hair.
I remember
Now it's
like
everybody wants them,
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I can't pull off a mullet now because I got this bald spot back there, so it looked like a fucking semicolon. I got like a dot of hair right here, then the space, and then the tail in the back will be a fucking semicolon for sure.
The half mullet.
Yeah. Business in the front, Great Plains in the middle.
Serious
And the
business
forward.
in the middle. Yeah.
Next thing you know, rat tails be popular again.
Man.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe that. Maybe the lines in the side, you know.
Yeah.
Shave them in, or
Yeah.
the lightning bolts. I mean, that was a thing.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, and that's the thing. I had a mullet, but I was in kindergarten, so that would have been 89.
Yeah, and that's when it was the rage. Absolutely.
I was 6 years old. I had a mullet. I got my ear pierced, dude. I was so fucking rad. Dude. Like,
You were in style.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember they had the Zubaz pants even? You had
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the different colored pants. You crazy would go with the mullet.
right.
You had to have the whole thing. Another thing is too, the new quarterback at Ohio State,
Yeah.
just a freshman, actually 17 years old. He left high school early to come play for Ohio State because now when you go to college, these players can make money, which it used to be you couldn't do that with the NCAA.
Yeah.
So he decides he's number one recruit in the country. Huge mullet. Huge
Yeah.
mullet. His name's Quinn Ewers. Huge mullet. Kind of known for that. In fact, I think Ohio State's actually selling mullet wigs now.
Yeah.
You know, because they're going to capitalize on this as well. I mean, if this kid's going to capitalize on it, they're going
Right.
to.
Absolutely.
But yeah, he left school at 17, high school senior, freshman at Ohio State now. Big mullet, all the rage.
Yeah.
All the rage.
Well, I didn't know he left high school early. I heard he was a true freshman. Like, you don't hear, you always hear red shirt freshman. Like true freshman. Like, oh, fuck.
Like a true freshman.
Yeah.
17 years old right now. He just signed a contract a couple weeks ago for a little bit over $1 million to sell an energy drink.
No shit.
You know,
So what changed? I'm sorry to interrupt you. What changed about? I didn't know that they changed that college kids can make money now. No shit.
Just a couple months ago, it finally the Supreme Court, decided on it and said that these kids, they're kind of being taken advantage of, right? Because the school can make money on them.
Oh yeah.
They can sell the jerseys, of course, no names on the back, but they're the
Right.
number. Everybody knows what you're getting.
Right.
Right.
Just like number one with Justin Fields. You got an Ohio State jersey. Oh, that's a Justin Fields jersey.
Right.
And there were a couple players. This has been going on for like 10, 15 years. But they
Right.
said, wait a second, you guys do these video games? The
Yeah.
NCAA football.
Right. And even in the games, I remember they don't have names on the jerseys or anything and shit, but you know who it is.
Yeah, they
right?
have the players the exact way they would be.
Yeah.
Like if it's a fast, running back, his speed's high. I mean, they have it all figured
6'1",
out.
260 pounds. He can run this fast. That's how they program it in. Like,
Right.
it's like, that's fucking me. And I can't make any money out
Yeah,
of
I
that.
can't make any money. And then they'd say, "Oh, well, we give you a food allowance," and I'm sure it was a pittance,
Yeah.
not a lot. And we're paying for your scholarship, but they're saying, "Wait a second, you guys are making millions of dollars on us. Why can't we make any money back?" Long story short, Supreme Court a couple months ago said, these kids can
They have a
make
point.
money on their name, so. Yeah, they're all over the place now. I mean, they're getting cars. You'll see that on the
Yeah.
internet. Like, well, Ewers, with the mullet and that country boy from Texas, he went to Reichert Ford out in Columbus. I mean, they gave him some, and I'm not big on cars, so I don't know, but like a Raptor F-150,
Oh, yeah.
some $80,000
Yeah.
F-150.
Yeah.
They just give it
Easily.
to him. Fine, go.
Yeah.
And they'll drive it around, and you get your advertisement out of that. And
Yeah. Because I remember back in the day, you'd always hear of like hush bribes. Like, we're like, oh, we didn't buy him a car. We bought his mom a car.
yeah, it's the same thing that Ohio State boosters have been doing for Ohio State players for years.
Right.
Now it's just legal. It's out in
legal.
the open.
Yeah.
So
They don't have to hide it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no more $100 handshakes. We can actually just give you $100.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
here's $500 worth of Amazon gift cards. Do
No.
what you want with them. Now we can give you $500 cash.
Yeah.
Is it mostly for merchandising and bonuses and stuff, or are colleges now allowed to physically pay players to go?
No. So the college itself doesn't pay the players
Okay.
in essence, but they can make so much money from
They can
endorsements.
merchandise
and
their
that.
names.
Yeah, just like for example, the quarterback of Clemson, that was a big deal because he is the sponsor for Dr. Pepper now.
Yeah.
And they're always big with the college stuff, and he's in the commercials saying his name, and they would never be able to do that.
No.
before.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. What was the Ohio State quarterback that got benched or suspended because he traded jerseys for tattoos.
Terrell Pryor.
That's right.
And see,
yeah.
all that would be legal now. I mean, and back then he was driving
Yeah.
a Camaro and everybody's making a big stink of it. My goodness, Tressel got fired over that.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody should be upset, maybe it'd be him. But
Yeah, I wonder if past players are going to try to sue to get some sort of, I don't want to say the word reparations because it seems
but just past dues, maybe.
Yeah. You know, even some of the ones that are just like, I went nowhere, nobody drafted me, my life's kind of shit now. My college degree didn't mean shit because you guys, you put me on a light class schedule. Let me go back to college for free now.
Right.
That would be actually fucking A+.
Yeah,
in my mind.
Yeah, take care of some of the former guys. I mean, you'd have a lot of people like that anyways, right? That maybe was a stud college player.
Right.
They go to the pros, they flame out for whatever reason.
Right. They blast their fucking knee and now all of a sudden they can't play,
Right, right. If they would have been able to capitalize on their name and likeness when they were in college, hey, they might be in a different position than they are now.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. That's interesting though, because I do kind of dabble in college sports. I never really was huge into it too much, and I did not like the aspect that the players were definitely taking advantage of.
Oh,
like
for sure,
like
for sure. I mean, the NCAA that's kind of
yeah,
it's a good system for the educators, I guess, or whoever's running the NCAA.
right.
And
I even saw like with the whole pandemic going on, the old pandy that if college sports weren't playing and they couldn't fill stadiums and they couldn't make money off of it, that college budgets were flopping.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, there's something fucking wrong with the system where they're not there to teach kids. They're there to take advantage of sports players. 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
That's just like Cardale Jones.
yeah.
Cardale Jones got in trouble. And of course, he was the quarterback at Ohio State to win the national title the last time. He tweeted out, he said, we don't come here to play school. We come here to play football.
Right.
And, he got in a lot of trouble for that. But the reality is, you talk about the budgets and that is why they're brought in. They're not brought there because they're going to boost up the GPA of the school.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they might boost up the GPA because they're going to give fucking cake classes and shit.
That's true too.
And then they're going to tell the teachers like, hey, either you want a job here or you want a job somewhere else. Because if you want a job here, give this guy a fucking A.
Right. Kind of a double-edged sword, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it used to be you'd watch a game on ESPN. They used to have 20 years ago, they'd put the major of the athlete underneath. Like Eddie George was landscaping. I think Andy Katzenmoyer, if you remember him, but he was basket weaving.
Yeah.
It was a class that he took.
He was majoring in basket weaving.
Leisurely studies. There's just all kinds of things just to get these guys through school, right? And I think ESPN figured out, well, it doesn't maybe portray these guys in a good light, so we'll get rid of that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and we could get into the other side of fucking colleges where they take advantage of kids, even the ones not playing sports. Like college debt's astronomical in the first place. Like for kids that aren't getting scholarships and the kids that are going to school to learn and get a degree and try to get a job, they're fucking in debt for the rest of their lives. Like it's
terrible.
insane.
It's terrible.
It's
You
so
get
insane.
You get a student loan and then it takes you 25 years to pay it off.
Yeah.
My wife's still paying off her right now. I'm always like, where's my money go? She's like, my student loan. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, it's insane. And then I was gonna say in that topic, if you ever watch Ballers on HBO, The Rock's show,
Great show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard great things.
Really good, and he is a big advocate. He was a big advocator that college kids, football players, need to make money. They should have got paid because they're literally putting their bodies on the line.
Oh yeah.
Like, and some of those guys, imagine if you're, all right, you come in as a true freshman, you're an all-star running back, right?
Yeah.
And you go 2 years and you're about to be drafted, but you tear an ACL.
Yeah.
You blow out a knee or you blow out a back or something. You can't ever go to the pros, but you just put your body on the line to try to make it to that level. And now you can't.
And you got $0 from it.
You got nothing to show for it.
Yep.
Now you have nothing but pain and medical expenses for the rest of your life. And that's such a thing because The Rock was a college football player.
Mm-hmm. University of Miami.
He was and then he went into wrestling and did all that. And now, obviously he's doing very well.
He's the highest paid male actor in all of Hollywood at this point. Like,
I think he made the right choice.
Yeah.
But
I think it was funny too. Like, sorry to interrupt you, but I think it was funny. Like, whenever he decided to break out in acting, I was like, this guy, a pro wrestler, he can't act. Like, look at him fucking now. Like,
yeah. But I 100% agree. Like they need compensated because they're making the schools so much money, but they also need to be held to, I think, some standards of education as well. They're not just becoming. It's not the NFL. You know what I mean? And that's the problem I see with it. But you know, they only need to go for a couple of years now, and then they can get right out of there. So
yeah, yeah, and then that's so wild to think that you could hand an 18 to 21-year-old millions of dollars, and then expect them to do the smart fucking.
Oh, there's
thing.
going to be some bad things that happen out of this. Trust me.
Right. There will be. And again, just to kind of piggyback on what Steve was saying, even, you know, the universities are making a bunch of money on these guys, and they're not making anything. And like Cody said, you blow your knee out your senior year. My goodness, the running back from Minnesota this year, he was going to be a second-round draft pick. You still get a lot of money. You don't get all the guarantees. Still got a lot of money. He popped his Achilles against Ohio State. He's done for the year. He'll probably be a 5th, 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
You know, this year, I'm sure that he was able to get some endorsements or something and be compensated. But years past, you know, he took a huge financial hit. He's going out there and making, you know, University of Minnesota hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, and the kids do need paid.
Yeah, and you got to think, too, like, whenever it comes to being drafted in the NFL, like, they'll look at all of the stats, but, you know, there's going to be that little asterisk, like, well, he recovered and he's doing good in the combine, but he did tear that ACL.
Yeah.
So who's to say it's not going to like pop again? Because you know, once you have a major injury like that, it's never the same.
No,
you know,
no,
no matter how good the medics are, no matter how good the surgery is, no matter how good of treatment you get, it's never going to be the same.
Right. I mean, he could recover 100%, be fully healthy, but there will be teams that would not draft him because he already had that injury.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's going to take a financial hit from that, and no doubt about it.
And we're sitting here looking at OBJ, waiting for him to pop again. Like it's like you know, Odell Beckham. When he tore that, it's like, oh man,
yep.
Is he going to be the same? Now we get to see him a little bit last Sunday. He looked all right.
Mm-hmm.
He ran the ball, caught a couple catches, nothing crazy. But it's still that's in the back of your mind all the time.
Like, please don't
that
hurt.
thing's gonna pop again.
No, absolutely.
Well, Landry's out, right?
Yeah,
because he strained one of his CLs, MC or AC or whatever.
Yep, strained MCL.
Which is
couple
not as
weeks.
bad. Which is not as bad. Thank God.
No, he'll be back here.
Yeah.
But again, it just that was on the first play of the game, looked like nothing. You never know.
Right.
Never know.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff. I don't even know how we got onto that topic.
I don't
know.
I'm
sure we listen back to we'll figure it out.
We went from mullets to athletes in the NCAA needing to be compensated to Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
You can only get this kind of content on a damn good time.
That's why it's going to be a damn good time with Erik Wheeler featuring, because he can retrace our steps.
This is one of these times where it helps to have ADD because I can just bounce.
That man's got locked in memory.
Just wherever we got to go here.
Well, and that's what we said. Like in the past, like we always had a little bit of a structure. Now we've kind of loosened up our structure. And we didn't have much of a structure before either.
We had a little more, some outlines, like, okay, once we're done talking about this, then we move right into that, or at this time we usually take a break. But it's more fun spitballing it.
When you start flowing, you flow. You start talking about random things. This is what people talk about. This is what the day-to-day conversation we think, at least some of you, at least the 25 listeners we have, like the year, I don't know.
Yeah, and like I've been thinking.
You want us to talk about some shit? Tell us.
Yeah, tell us some topics, some shit you want us to talk about.
I'd really like to get more of that going on, where we get some more listener feedback, where we can
answering
get
emails
for topics and like would you rather's or like something like that. So
yeah, because even whenever I was leaving work today, I'm like, hey Tyler, anything you want to hear us talk about? He's like, oh, you put me on the spot. I'm like, there's got to be like something. Come on, just fire off something. But no, like, because I was even thinking about the show today a lot. And just, because we're always trying to improve and how to make it better. Mm-hmm. And the big thing for a lot of podcasts to do is find a niche. And I don't really want to do that to where we're just streamlined to like one single thing. But obviously some of the ones that go real popular, like they have like movie reviews or video game reviews, and that's all they do. But I don't want to limit our audience to just that. But at the same time, we could take off with the small audience faster than our smaller audience right now. But some of my favorite podcasts are whenever people just sit there and talk shit. They just bullshit. But then again, they're all famous comedians, and they already had a following. Anyway,
Yeah, they already have 100,000 people that know them, or a million people that know them.
So what we need to do is we need to do stand up.
Oh, okay.
We gotta be funny comedians or actors. You know,
I just gotta get in a movie.
yeah.
I gotta be the main actor in a movie. That's fine.
Spielberg. Look at these fucking faces. And if you're not, and if Spielberg, if you're listening and not viewing, listen to these buttery voices, baby.
Actually, what I'm thinking is, you can use my babies, but then you're gonna put me in the movie carrying my babies because my babies are gorgeous, and they're gonna be like, you know, we're gonna put them as model ads for some shit.
Yeah, I mean, because you know,
I'm about to make bank off my babies.
Because there's, yeah. I mean, and honestly, I can't think of one instance of a child actor growing up to be nothing but a beautiful person.
Yeah, never.
a model fucking citizen.
That's always turned out so well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
how many child actors are there that never ended up on drugs or just been bad people? They all turn out to be model citizens.
Yeah,
Did a lot of
perfectly
porn. Oh God.
So yeah, that's an awesome path that you need to put your kids on.
Oh, good. What did I just start myself up? Anyways, I was thinking diaper commercials, maybe a bottle. Like I'm talking about Dr. Brown bottles. I'm gonna advertise for them.
Yeah.
Or something.
We got
and then,
what was that? The Gerber babies.
The
You know,
Gerber
they could be the
babies,
Gerber
yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What was? Oh my God! One that blew up from the internet. This is just internet famous, not even TV. Have you ever heard of Chris Chan?
I think so.
This fucking dude. Apparently, there's even a documentary out about him. I haven't watched it, so some of these facts might be askew. But from the little internet browsing that I did, this guy started out. His mom started videotaping him at a very young age, and he's apparently the most documented person in the world on YouTube. So like, from like a kid to like he's like, I don't know, maybe my age now or some shit. Like she released all this shit.
So they started when he was a baby.
Yeah.
And
Or he might even be younger than me because YouTube's not even that old. But so long story short, this guy, he was never really that famous, but he had a lot of followers and shit. Turned out to be he's like transgender, bi-curious, all this other, all the other tags and things to get probably clicks and stuff. And then he was Twitch streaming, or he put out a YouTube video where his mom's got dementia, and he's like, "Yeah, I have sex with her because she don't remember it."
What the hell?
Yep. And they arrested his ass. This just happened like 2 months ago. I wanted to talk about it, but like I had no clue who he was. I knew you guys. I know probably all of our listeners have no clue who the fuck this dude is.
No, excuse me?
Yeah, he fucked his mom. His dementia-ridden mom, Alzheimer's mom.
I mean, I know that's all the rage on the porn right now, and it's terrifying to me.
Oh, yeah, like stepmom, stepbro type shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, why is this happening? All right.
Yeah.
I kind of want to distance myself so far from this right now.
so that
I don't even want you Googling this
that
on
was,
your computer.
That was
because
not,
I feel like you're going to get arrested.
that was not his attempt at a bad joke. That's like a real thing.
He apparently there's enough evidence that they arrested him.
Oh God.
So
Wow.
yeah, I don't think it was one of those. Yeah, right here for one of the first headlines. Chris Chan.
How did we get
on
to this?
charge.
Wait.
We were talking about being internet famous and talking about how whenever
right.
kids are famous, there's nothing bad that ever happens to them.
I was thinking about making my baby Gerber bottles. And now we're on this.
Don't make your kids famous. Well, no, because so when you started saying that, I was thinking like, oh, I asked my boys what they want to do when they grow up. They're like,
speakers for me screaming.
they're like, I want to be a YouTube, promoter, a YouTube star, and I'm like, oh God, no, nope, I don't want you to be famous at all until you've developed.
Until you learn what rock bottom is.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to.
Until you read about Chris Chan, Lindsay Lohan, fucking,
Until you know what having $100 in your bank account feels like.
right.
You're not allowed to do anything.
And that almost even bounces back to like we were saying, like young college kids, you give an 18 to 21-year-old millions of dollars, and they're gonna fucking blow it. If you gave me $1 million whenever I was 21, it'd be gone right now.
Oh, 100%.
You give me $1 million now, and I'll retire and I'll have it invested and I'll figure out like
You'll be financial planning. We're not financial planning at 18, 19 years
no
old.
way, not at all.
We're gonna have some good stories. But
I'll still drive a Civic, but it might be a newer one. Something fuel efficient. Maybe I'll get a Tesla because then I don't have to pay for gas or some bullshit, But I'll be more frugal about it now than I was whenever I was 21. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah, no, it's night and day situation. I just dump it all on AMC right now and just ride it out.
See, I don't know, man. That still sounds like a gamble.
No, I'd wait till it goes up $5 and
At
then
least
cash
maybe.
out, and I made
Yeah.
$5 million.
Yeah, crypto almost seems a little safer at this point right now.
Yeah.
Just find the next one that Elon Musk is going to tweet about, and then there you go. You tripled your profits.
I know.
Anyways.
he manipulates the market so much. It's,
it's
unbelievable. And, he's got his hands up all the time like he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And because it's always the tiny coins, right? The new starters, and he's like, oh, like he did it with Dogecoin. It was a bullshit fucking joke coin, and he bought a bunch of it and then made a tweet, and then it went boop, and then he cashed the fuck out.
Yeah, because there's no way to track that.
Right.
They don't have a paper trail on that, so he can just keep doing that. He did that. He did Safe Moon. That's another coin that's just kind of weird. Of course, the bigger one, he did do Bitcoin, and it shot up overnight one time, and then he got all the Bitcoiners upset because he
Cashed
he
out.
probably sold it and said, hey, I'm not sure that Bitcoin's environmentally sustainable.
Yeah. And then
again, that's over my head because I'm like, well, what is he talking about? Environmentally sustainable, but it's whoosh.
The environmentally sustainable thing about it is they have these mining facilities, and it's all these supercomputers on supercomputers. And you can look up YouTube videos on these guys that do it, and they put them in shipping containers. And it takes so much electricity to run these things. Like, so for instance, the RTX 3080 or 3090, I forget what the number is.
3090 is new one.
Yeah, it's a video card, and that's what does all the processing for it. And it's so awesome. Like, all the gamers want to like use it because it's great for gaming. It does all this fucking frames per second processing, beautiful for gaming. But it also is what you need to mine Bitcoin. And just to process all the data that it takes to actually get your hands on shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's none available. You have to actually you have to pay to get into a lottery, and then hopefully your name gets drawn so you get that fucking video card now.
Unbelievable.
Like, there's such a supply shortage and huge demand for them that, like, that's what it is now. Like,
see, that's what we'd have done with that $1 million, 15, 20 years ago. We'd have went back and we'd have started Bitcoin mining.
yeah. Or shit, bought $1 million in Bitcoin back in fucking like 2002.
Yep.
Oh my God, I'd be 100 billionaire. Right now.
Yeah, we'd be Elon Musk.
Trillionaires.
Yeah,
You would have that studio then.
we'd have our podcast.
No, absolutely would not. I'd just be floating on a yacht somewhere.
There
in the middle of the
might not be
Caribbean.
a podcast.
Yeah,
there wouldn't be
probably
at
wouldn't
all.
be a thing. I'd just be driving around my supercars.
I'd be dead.
yeah, probably. There's a good chance of that.
I'd be dead.
You'd be
Yeah.
like John McAfee. Yeah.
I'd have done too much, too hard, too fast.
I'd Paul Walker myself to death.
Yeah, it'd just be like
Fast
crazy.
cars. Fast cars in a tree burn to death. There we go.
It'd just be stupid. Like, yeah, you'd have no care in the world. I'd literally have a personal butler following me around, wiping my ass. Like,
I don't
there'd
know,
be-
man. I think you'd still be out on Atwood Lake. You'd be a billionaire on Atwood Lake. Like, whose yacht is that?
Yes.
On Atwood. What is that?
You get one of those
It's half
fucking
the size of the lake.
one of those like $5 million yachts that has like a speedboat that pulls into it and fucking and jet skis that dock to it, and like, that's not 25 horsepower jet ski. Like, fuck you. Here's money.
Yeah.
You just pay the fines every day because you don't give a fuck.
You're just paying off
Right.
the,
Then
paying
I
off
had
the
enough
watershed
money
and the
to buy
rangers.
the watershed out, and I would
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
all the lakes
Yeah.
from here to there.
Like, you
I'd be
couldn't
like,
even-
I need canals to transport myself.
Couldn't even get your yacht in on a boat ramp, so you just fly it in via helicopter, and and it just stays there in the middle, like, yeah, that's your dock. Like, you know.
It's my dog. It's my house. It doesn't matter.
It's your lake. Yeah.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. All right, now it's time to get dirty.
Dirty.
I hope you old guys you people out there got your minds wrapped around some dirty action, because we've got some dirty martinis.
When you're watching the video, everything's changed.
Everything has changed.
But yeah, I made a classic dirty martini
From Cody's Cocktail Corner.
with a little blue cheese stuffed olive.
Yep.
Very easy to make.
Yep.
So what you want to do is about 4 ounces of your finest vodka.
Your favorites. We use Sky. It's probably not the finest, but
No, but it really doesn't matter because you're putting about an ounce of olive juice into it as well.
mm-hmm.
That makes it nice and dirty.
Oh, dirty.
So if you measure out 4 ounces of vodka,
Mm-hmm.
so get a mixer, or you can use just a glass with ice in it.
Ice is key.
If you really want to. Ice is very key.
Ice is king here.
Again, Cody's ice. I will yell at you again about
Yeah.
ice. Pour that over a full glass of ice or in a mixer, cocktail mixer, your classic metal mixer
Yep.
that you probably got one at home. Somebody
Yeah.
bought you one at some point in time
And you
that you
barely
never
ever use it.
goddamn use.
Yeah, everybody has one of those.
Yeah.
You pour that in. Now, I did a shaken martini. You can stir this if you would like.
Yeah. But if you want to be fun about it,
I'm a very big James Bond fan.
yeah.
So
Get 007 right. You want to shake
very
it, not
big
stir.
James Bond fan. So we filled this up with ice. I did 16 ounces of vodka, somewhere in there.
12 if you're doing
And then I poured the hell. And the olive juice can be whatever you want. And I'll tell you what, I'm not a big olive fan. I'm not, but I love a dirty martini.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to use normally a green olive. You don't want to do black olive
No.
juice because that's gross.
Yeah, they're not briny. They're
Yeah.
kind of watered down
You want
usually.
to use green olive juice, which would be a queen stuffed olive. Normally in the store, I think they call them.
Yeah. Or Spanish olive even.
Spanish. And you want to pour an ounce or two of that, depending on how dirty you like it. And then
And we know you guys out there love it dirty.
to be true classic, you do like a 1/4 ounce of dry vermouth.
A little splishy splash.
But we don't have vermouth because that's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
It's very unnecessary.
Yeah. But if you order at a restaurant, there's going to be vermouth in there. If you're making it at home, you can omit it. It's not going to add that much to it.
Yeah. So basically, it's just vodka, olive juice, and then the water you get from the ice.
Yeah.
That's why ice is important.
Yeah.
So what we have here
Drop an olive in there for your garnish.
is a semi-dirty, and it's not too dirty martini. Drop the olive in there, blue cheese stuffed olive. I do love blue cheese, and I do love a blue cheese stuffed olive. So give that a little shot.
You make a mean dirty. That's pretty good. And like you said, this one isn't overly dirty. Sometimes I like them a little dirtier. So like if for those looking, it is pretty clear. I mean, minus the fog and the condensation on the glass. Sometimes if you order them extra dirty, it'll be a little more cloudy, a little more of that that olive juice color to it. But this one, real good. You don't really taste vodka, which is dangerous about these.
Yeah.
I don't even really taste a whole lot of olive juice. The fact that you chilled the vodka kind of kills the vodka flavor.
Oh, 100%. And that's why I like chilling a liquor over drinking it neat
Yeah.
or drinking it straight. Just like drinking it not chilled, you're going to get that bite.
Yeah.
But when you chill it, you're adding a little bit of water to it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But the cooling factor of it takes that little bit of bite out of the back of it. Something about it just takes that bite out of the back of your throat of like, if you just, this was straight vodka, we'd be like, no way, I'm drinking this. You know?
Yeah.
what I
If this
mean?
was warm, if that was warm, it'd be a whole different animal.
Yeah. But adding the water to it is very crucial as well. And adding that chill factor, it feels better on the back of your palate. 100%.
Well, that's like, I remember before I drank a lot of hard liquor. And I was just like, I was more a beer drinker, but I'd dabble and like, oh yeah, let's do a shot. But I do like one shot a night, whereas now I'm almost exclusively a liquor drinker, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
And then I dabble in beer. But back then, whenever I dabbled in liquor, I'd always keep the liquor bottles in the freezer.
Yeah.
Because you don't taste shit. It dumbs down that like bite, you know?
Yeah, you don't get that heat.
Yeah.
It's much smoother when you do that because the water that's in there got extremely cold.
Yeah.
And then it just hits your palate better. It's almost like it's more of a coating and less of just like a straight harsh thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some science in there. I don't know it, but it's there.
I'm gonna
Science.
go out on a limb here and say that the science behind that is whenever you drink room temperature to warm liquor, you get a lot more of the flavor because the residual alcohol left in your mouth is actually gonna like steam out. So you're left with a lot more flavor and a lot more of that. And then it's just the fact of the alcohol leaving like your tongue and your lips in your mouth. That's what kind of gives you that sting.
Maybe.
But since it's cold, you're not actually evaporating it in your mouth so much and it goes down smoother. That's just my theory at this point. Any scientists out there, like,
I'm sure we can Google machine it, but I'm gonna say that one, the water,
yeah,
because I mix this with ice. You
Yeah.
definitely got a lot of water differentiating.
you're gonna
there.
dilute it. Well, a little bit. I
Not
think.
much,
Yeah,
not much, but I'm sure this dropped a few
this 80 proof turned into 72 probably.
percentages on the alcohol level.
Yeah,
But I would also say that it being cold makes a big difference. too.
Yeah.
Because I also have done the whiskey on the ice rocks before.
oh yeah.
And I had like 16 sets of ice rocks at one point in time. Not that many. I think I had like 4 and I had to throw a bunch away because everybody was like, Cody is apparently an alcoholic and
they were
loves whiskey. Let's just buy him these rocks.
They were all like the globe, like the ball shape too, right? Like
No, I had like rock shape, like squares.
Forever shaker Cody ended up with, he got some more ice rocks.
Exactly. I got all kinds of different stones.
Just tell your
and,
family
like,
that you
weird
love
things.
liquor, and you'll get a mixer set for Christmas. You'll get some stones for Christmas. You'll get the molds to make the cool, big, giant ice balls and stuff for Christmas.
How many of these sets have like people bought for you? You know what I mean? Or you go to
Yeah.
like a white elephant party and there's one around, or like
Yeah,
you just like somebody's like, oh, look at this set for Christmas. I'll just buy that then. They like to drink.
yeah.
Like,
Come to think of it, I've never bought my own. I didn't buy that one.
yeah. You don't normally buy them. Now,
just ask for it for Christmas.
if you are serious about your cocktails, you should buy a professional shaker and set.
Yeah,
I don't own one, but there is a really nice set out there that's instead of just all metal, it's got that glass in it with the metal inlay. That's much better because when you do the metal, when you pop these together and you shake them up and then trying to get that top off, and it always like seems to explode off on you.
yeah.
When you have that glass, it's like slides right off. So like,
I've never tried it, but I think this is one of those sets. Instead of using the other metal half, I think you can put like a pint glass in it.
yeah, a lot of them probably not. Well, I mean, this one to a certain extent. There is an extent to each one of these where a pint glass will fit.
And
in here.
most bars you'll see they just have like, well, it's that half behind you that you poured out.
Yeah.
The bigger half you can just slap a pint glass on there, and a lot of bars you see they shake them up that way.
Yeah, that's how I used to do it too, and that's easier because metal it sticks. The glass will slide out.
Yeah.
Glass will slide.
And then
out,
you
so.
usually get your little jigger in there, maybe a muddle. You get the strainer, a nice little bar spoon. If you're stirring and not shaking, if you don't want to be 007 about it, you can stir it up.
Yeah, I mean, I used to stir a lot of drinks too, and do all that. I mean, you're definitely not shaking everything for sure.
Here's a question.
What's that?
So, the old 007 thing that you bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Shaken, not stirred.
Not stirred.
Yeah.
Has anyone in history ever went to the bar and said, I want a martini, stirred, not shaken? Nobody does that.
I don't
You
think so.
want it shaken.
But they're normally stirred.
Is that
They're-
right?
Technically, yeah. Most of the time they're supposed to be stirred. I know when you shake, one thing that I do love about shake, especially with the ice, is sometimes your ice will break up, depending on how vigorously the bartender shakes it. And if they're a good bartender, they shake the shit out of it, and you get like teeny little ice particles in there to kind of keep it cold for you.
Okay.
In my mind, that's the advantage of shaking over stirring. But
Well, you incorporate more air too, so everything mixed together better. So typically, when I was a bartender, I stirred most drinks because I didn't really have the time to shake every drink. There's a few drinks we always shook. One was like a lemonade drink, like a fresh squeezed lemonade. We call it electric lemonade. I want to bring on the show one time, and that might be my next cocktail corner. I was actually going to do that one tonight, but I couldn't find the right ingredients at the liquor store. So when I find those right ingredients, I'm going to do that one, and I think it's a banger for drink. There's certain drinks you have to shake.
yeah,
There's certain drinks you can just stir. I could have just stirred this; it would have been fine. It wouldn't, to me, tasted. It would have been a little stronger in the vodka.
yeah,
Because when you shake something, you really are like passing the vodka and the water and the liquids are hitting each other with the ice, and it just makes more airs coming around. Like it's a whole different experience.
Yep.
I will say this, like it's like a lemonade, right?
Mhm.
You get the fair, right? The shaken lemonades, right? Do the same thing they do and just try to stir it. Sucks. It's lemon and water almost.
It doesn't blend together as well.
I got the Google machine going.
Okay, Google me.
Here's what it says: shaking versus stirring. Stirring creates a velvety smooth texture with less chilling and dilution than shaking.
Right.
Bartenders typically choose to stir versus shake when mixing with only liquors, liqueurs, and syrups, most often with the goal of creating a strong or spirit-forward cocktail. So, like, if we were using high-end vodka,
Taste the booze more.
we would want to taste that high-end vodka. We'd want to stir it because we weren't diluting it as much with the passing through, like you said, with the passing through the ice and the aeration, like the kind of dumbing down of it.
Yeah.
If we really wanted to taste the vodka here, we would have stirred it because it would put the spirit forward. So
You can tast more of the.
So Cody you were like
liquor.
100% right about that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Come on.
Because this is Cody's cocktail.
I was a bartender for years. I know
Cody's
exactly.
cocktail corner.
Other thing, if you don't want booze and anything, say you make your own home sun tea at home, okay? But you like it sweet, okay? So you make a little simple syrup or you add sugar to it. You would normally what? Just dump some sugar into it, right? And stir it up for your sun tea. I guarantee if you dump, so you take a tablespoon of sugar or 2 tablespoons of sugar, you put it in your sweet tea. If you just do that and stir it up, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
If you take that and do the same thing we just did with these cocktails and you shake the shit out of it, that sweet tea is going to be the best sweet tea you ever had.
Yeah, and that sugar is going to get more, that'll turn more into that solution.
Yeah, it gets beat up, it gets mixed up. It's
It'll
a friction
dissolve-
thing.
it'll
It's
dissolve
kind of
better.
like it's way better. So
The only way would be to turn your sugar into a simple syrup so that you have a pure solution. You're not waiting on your
But
sugar
still-
to dissolve.
even if it's simple syrup, mixing it over shaking it, so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well,
that's Cody's cocktail corner.
Cody's cocktail corner.
Shake it before you make it.
When you want to get dirty, you got to shake it. Unless you have like some real high-end liquors, then you stir it.
Yeah, if you want to taste the liquor, just stir it up.
By the way, that was delicious. Mine's gone already.
I know, I can see that.
All the viewers, anybody listening, mine's fucking gone.
I'm still sipping on mine. I got like half a martini.
I don't sip anything. I just consume. I'm a consumer whore.
You're an American. I'm an American. We just consume.
Yep.
All right,
Why didn't you give me that in a beer bong? Fuck a martini glass. Give me my dirties in a beer bong. I want a dirty bong, baby.
Well, if that's the case, why don't we just put the bong in your ass and we just straight shoot it in there?
Butt chug shit. I've never done that, by the way.
No.
Apparently,
no.
alcohol absorbs in your system way better through the anus.
Yeah, no.
I'd get alcohol poisoning if I ever tried to drink the way I do, but through my butt.
If you butt bong like that, if it's shaken, it hits you a lot harder than it does if it's stirred. So I just want everybody just to be aware of that. Okay.
Yeah. If you're going for the butt chug.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah. If you're going for the butt chug, shake it.
No, stir it, because it
Oh,
won't hit
stir
you
it.
as hard.
I
I don't know.
Coming through the butt, apparently it's... Oh, that was a weird phrase, coming through the butt.
So, all right. Anyways,
Okay.
What a segue.
Steve,
Yeah.
do you want to get in this beer, or do you got some hot topics you would like to touch on first?
Let's taste this beer and then get into some hot topics.
All right,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Unless you guys still want to sip on your martinis, I can come up with one real quick.
Oh, I can sip
No,
on
I
my.
followed
Eric's
you.
done.
I'm out. Yep.
Cody's
Yep.
Cody's falling behind on his.
Cody's drinking a martini like an actual martini, and everybody else is over here.
Cody's being responsible.
Actual martini drinkers fucking chug them, you little bitch.
I got babies at home. All
Yeah,
right?
that's right. So,
Assholes.
Cody's drinking like a new dad.
Yeah. But you act like it's not going to be gone by the time you leave here. So what's the difference? It's gone right now versus like 10 minutes from now.
There's a difference, okay?
There you go. You need a bottle opener?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What we're trying today is Great Lakes Brewing Co. They are pretty out there. You can find them almost anywhere. Anybody that loves Christmas beers, you know what Christmas ale is. They're hot to do.
Yeah.
But we got Oktoberfest. Oh, and I spelled it wrong because they spell it with a K.
They're trying to keep it real German.
Yep. I'll make sure to fix that whenever I post this out there. But for once this podcast drops, it'll already be well into October. But while we're recording, October's tomorrow.
20 IBUs, 6.5% volume.
Yeah.
So not too heavy.
But not too light either.
Yeah, I was actually expecting it to be a little heavier. I mean, I don't think Oktoberfest beers in Germany are too heavy, but
Yeah, it's a at the bottom here it says a Martin style lager. Martin spelled all weird with A as an umlaut and a Z for Mart. I don't know. I used to take German. I forget how to pronounce it.
I don't know. If that's just 'cause
Martin.
I'm drinking that right after this salty vodka martini, but it's got a nice little sweetness
Yeah.
to it, and it's not like
Maybe we should have a palate cleanser before we do some of these things. Hey, we're still learning as we go. But maybe we should have had a palate cleanser, but fuck it. I poured mine with too much head.
so. It's got a little toffee, little caramel, little very light though. I mean, it's not hitting me hard at all. It's just a nice little smooth type Oktoberfest there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's got some good flavor.
Kind of a flavorful lager in my mind.
It's not heavy though, and I'm guessing that's probably the point of an Oktoberfest beer is Oktoberfest. You're slamming beers, so you probably don't want like a good heavy 9.5 with a lot of flavor to it. You want something you can just chug.
Yeah.
Right. Everything you see about Oktoberfest, when you're watching something Oktoberfest in Germany, you think about like it's almost like St. Pauli girl, right?
Yeah.
You got the girl in the Lederhosen, and
Lederhosen.
the little blonde bombshell, and she's got these big monster mugs.
Yeah.
And she's just walking around, and you're just pounding beers.
Right.
She's carrying 8
Yes,
deep on the
that's
monster
right.
mugs,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
wrist
yeah.
strength, like unbelievable. Just like, bah,
Yeah.
pop, pop, pop,
Like
beer.
6 on the bottom layer and like 4 on top of that, and she's like, I'm
Yeah.
German, and everybody's like, we're German too, so let's chug.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck German people say. I took German. I should know some of this stuff.
Freaking die Deutsch.
I was gonna be like, Laheim, but that's not German. That's not German.
Not
at
at all, no.
I'm pretty sure the German didn't like people that said Laheim. if we're gonna be
All right,
historically
get
correct
too far.
about
No.
I'm not sure what that means, but si, senor.
that. Si, senor.
That's the extent of my German.
The extent of your German is si, senor.
I should have been on for Cinco de Mayo.
I don't know. I mean,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Sorry, we got off track there, but this is
I
pretty good.
say caramel toffee flavor, very light, nice little lager in my mind. It's more of a lager than anything else.
Yeah.
If I was going to rate it on my scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a good solid 7.5. I would buy it again.
Yeah.
Good
Definitely buy it
Oktoberfest.
again.
I'd like to cook some like brats, but it eats brats.
Ooh,
like sausages.
Yeah, that'd be a great base for some beer braised brats for sure.
Right?
One thing I do like about it is that you can show up to the party and you can look like kind of a craft beer kind of dude and not hate yourself because
Right.
you're drinking,
you can still enjoy it.
because you're drinking like over flavorful beer. Like that, it's good and smooth.
All your buddies like IPAs and bullshit. Be like, I
Yeah.
brought Great Lakes Oktoberfest. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. And then
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, yeah, and they can just sit there and still
Because
drink.
most of them act like they know what the fuck they're talking about, but they don't.
Yeah. They just like taste the pine trees.
I'm glad you said it. Yeah. I don't understand.
There's a
You
lot
know?
of craft beer people like, oh, I got this, and they got the cool cans with like the printed labels on it, and those cool plastic 6-packs and shit, and they're, oh yeah, I'm a craft beer guy, and like you don't even fucking know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know where it's from or what it is.
Right.
Half of it's dog shit.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
like
like
IPAs and
undrinkable.
Hefeweizens
And they're like,
and-
oh, it's good, right? And I'm like,
no,
no,
no.
this is terrible.
You enjoy sipping on that for the next 6 hours, your entire 6-pack there.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna slam some beer that tastes like nothing because I'm gonna get drunk. Like,
I'm gonna go back to my Bud Light. Yeah.
yeah.
The tried and true. Oh, I want to say too, this was our beer to taste because it's Oktoberfest and tomorrow's October. But I got really excited that Busch has the camo cans out.
Oh, they're out. Yeah.
Yup. I don't know too many people that get excited like I do, or I don't know if you guys do or any of the listeners, but anytime Busch comes out, it's hunting season. They come out with the camo cans and they're bright orange, and it's a big thing around T County because you see them in all the ditches, especially around this time. Like, everybody's out booze cruising and shit. It's kind of like the camo cans are released. What are they this time? Like,
Not far away from us. So I'd say maybe an hour and a half away from us.
In the distance over there.
Down in Kilbuck.
Yeah.
Which is south of Millersburg, which Millersburg Brewery we've had on here. We've had Derek on here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a store. And they sell the most Busch Light camo cans. Busch Light, period.
Yeah.
Than any single store in the United States.
No shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's definitely a fucking Ohio thing then.
Yeah, because of hunting season.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of like camps and stuff around there. They sell more Busch Light per capita in the United States.
Yeah.
Per store. Like, it's down to a store. Like, I've never been to the store, but I heard this story. And I gotta believe it's true. I mean, there's probably Google facts on this. It's called Kilbuck.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
You know where Kilbuck is, right?
Kilbuck Savings and Loan.
It's Holmes County.
The Kilbuck Bank.
And Holmes County has some deer records. Like, to me, like they have one of the biggest bucks taken out of, like natural bucks taken out of there.
I mean, Holmes County is kind of super unique, man.
Oh man, it's all woods. It's all like Amish country. It's all like
you have a good blend. You have Amish and hillbillies, so it works out really well.
Yeah, so I feel like it's perfect. And there's probably people that travel all around from the world that love to hunt big bucks. And Ohio is known for big bucks.
They come to Holmes County.
Yeah.
100%. You ever go over to Amish country on the weekend? Look, you have cars. You have New York State. You got PA. You got Michigan.
It's a good place to bring your wife too. Like, you want to go hunting, but your wife can go to Amish country and hang out there. So, like, bam,
go shopping for some crafts.
Double trouble.
Yeah.
I can't find. I don't know how to Google search that, but I tried a couple different.
Yeah, I don't know to find that on Google, but like I got this heard from like pretty sure it was actually a beer rep that told me.
Yeah,
he told me that Kilbuck
is all
the
about
store in there was the biggest Busch Light seller
during
that period of time. Obviously, it was like it's very circumstantial, right?
Right.
But
it could have been a couple years ago.
It's hunting time, the cans or something. Yeah, they bought the most. In the entire U.S.
Yeah.
This isn't your scientific, poll or anything like that. But hey, shout out to Busch Light, right? I mean, they go, they have it figured out.
Yeah.
They had the apple beer.
Oh yeah,
for a little bit before that, which I did see.
That's killing it.
I couldn't find it anywhere here. I went up to Western Ohio. I'm for what I do for work.
Delroy Market.
Yeah, Delroy Market had it. They had it just this weekend, even. And
well,
I don't want to name places because I don't know like what we're doing as far as
drop that. You can drop that, but
shout out Delroy Market because they have every kind of beer, liquor.
Raj got a problem with me.
Shout out Raj.
Raj, my man.
Yeah,
so
but that's what I heard is whenever they first dropped the apple, it was more like a test. And now that it's fall, like it's one of their premier beers, so you're gonna find it.
You'll see it
a lot easier.
The place. Yeah, because it's been hard to find.
It's good too.
Because
we tried it on the show, didn't we?
We did. And we tried it on the show, and even like a month and a half. Well, it was your diaper party. We got some from the Michigan boys.
Yeah,
we couldn't find it. We couldn't find it in this area at all. But apparently, it's like, and then we found it. Yeah. They sell them in fucking 30 packs, too. I couldn't even get a 6 or a 12. Like I had to get a whole fucking 30.
The classic Busch
30.
I mean, that's what we grew up on. Yeah, it was a Busch Light 30 pack.
We haven't like
I got to buy 12 or I got to buy 30. Okay.
Yeah, we always got 30 packs of Busch Gold Tops, and the one dude even called it a cube of shrub because he was doing like a play on words because you got it in a big cube. And then like Bush Shrub, you know, he thought he was being clever. John Fontana, shout out to you. You were pretty clever. And we called him, yeah, let's get a cube of Shrub,
Used
hang out by the
cost
fire.
Like $15 to get a 30-pack of Busch Light.
Yeah, and we'd find the overage person that would buy it for us, give them $25, and they'd keep the change.
Yeah.
Like,
They didn't even take $20 most of the time. Like, they were fine, but they'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm going to buy beer anyways. I didn't give a shit.
Right,
so,
right.
like, be like, here's a 20, give me a 30-pack of Busch Light.
Yeah.
And they'd keep the change.
yep.
They'd make $4 or $5 on it. And
Gas money.
They'd show up, boom. But they'd still party with us, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So,
for sure.
whoever it was,
And then
still party.
they'd probably take a couple of them because back then we you know, two of us couldn't finish this 30-pack, but nowadays, don't
Yeah,
dip
and that
into
was
my
like
shit.
4 gallons of gas back then, too.
yeah, that $5 got you half a tank and shit too. So
Yeah, but Busch Light's got it down though. I mean, they have the they had the corn can.
Yeah.
You get the corn on the cob, whatever you want to call it. You had the corn can in the summer. And
Right.
They transitioned to this apple that apparently we'll be getting in the area here a little bit
Yeah.
more. And now we're going camo.
now we got camo
Yeah.
cans.
Yeah.
Yep. Just
If you go out to a
Man,
hunting
man.
party, if you're new to hunting, you go out to a hunting party and they do not have Bush or Bush Light camo cans, just walk away. It's
Yeah.
not a good one.
They're sitting around with a...
It's not
That's right.
legit.
I mean, I wouldn't walk.
I know, I'm fucking
I'd
around.
assess the situation. Maybe see if they got some fancy cigars. Smoke them.
Well, no, you're not gonna get any deer with fancy cigars. They'll smell
don't-
that shit.
I don't know, Code. I mean, fancy cigar.
Yeah, so they're just there having a good time drinking highballer whiskey and smoking cigars, and then you'd be like, "Yeah, you guys go deer hunting. I'm gonna sit back here and drink all your whiskey and
Yeah.
cigars." I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Busch Light and fancy
don't know.
cigars.
I'm not a deer hunter, so I can't help you there. But
But all right, we're going to rate this Oktoberfest. Back to the beer we're actually drinking. Oh, you already gave it did I give it?
I give it 7.5, and
You give it 7.
Went on a tangent
I'm gonna
about some
go
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2 thumbs up.
Okay,
All right, I'll say I'm gonna go 6.9, 6.9, which I think is a good score. It's
Yeah.
a good score. Again, just me personally, when
Nice.
I'm drinking most of the time, I try not to drink so much through the week. But if I'm drinking, like, I'm gonna go my Bud Light,
Yeah,
Mick Ultra,
Yeah.
just that way. If I'm not drinking mixture, if I'm drinking beer, because I'm planning on when I start to drink, like I'm drinking all day,
right.
I could have a couple of these and be perfectly fine. I
Right.
like that. I could not drink,
Oh yeah, you're not gonna slam a 12,
No.
24.
No.
I was about to
Or
ask
12-pack
you,
of
but
that,
you
no.
kind of clarified the question and say you're like, when I'm drinking, I don't drink during the day, or like I don't drink all week. I thought it was kind of a cut at us real quick there. I don't know.
Oh well,
Maybe then you said, then you clarified. If
All
I
right.
start drinking, I got to drink all day.
Even though he gets us
we
views, he's
clarified.
never allowed on the fucking show anymore.
I'm
Call us out.
Son of a
Call
bitch.
me out, motherfucker.
you
All right,
guys.
Steve, what you got for hot topics?
I got some fun stuff to talk about this week.
It is
At
with
least
it.
a couple things. First one I want to talk about. It's more of a question. The
like
Sober October has gotten this big traction. I know
Nope.
it started because it sounds funny. Do you think you could ever do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would I?
Do you want to do it for the show?
Fuck no.
Yeah, because what do we do? Taste waters.
It's boring.
We're gonna taste water. Oh, Dasani is decent. Aquafina is this.
Hey, look, I maybe appreciate some people's ideals and
Right.
and concepts with it. There's some people that are like, my dad was an alcoholic, so I'm gonna do Sober October, whatever it is, blah blah blah.
I do.
I don't have those problems in my life. I understand that those things are terrible problems.
Yeah.
I don't think I have those problems.
Well, clinically, by doctors and by psychologists and everything, we definitely have drinking.
Oh yeah,
problems,
we
for
drink
sure.
too much for them. But
On paper, we're 100% alcoholics for sure.
yeah, their paper, they can shove their paper up their ass.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, they can wipe it with it after they
am-
poop. After they start spewing that shit, wipe your ass with that paper.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. I just had birthed a set of twins, There's no goddamn way I can do that right
Papa's gonna need his.
now. Papa's gonna need his little shots.
He needs his good soup.
I'm gonna need that to deal with what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna get drunk.
The good soup. Yes.
I don't.
Good soup.
Yes.
I don't get drunk, wasted, like where I can't take care of my babies anymore.
Right.
Like I'll have a few drinks at the end of the night. This is probably the most I drank in a while.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Oh, and I mean, your kids are asleep. All they
do is
now,
sleep,
so
yeah.
you're fine. You're fine.
I just gotta be on high alert when they wake up. I just go, yeah. Here comes Dad. A blanket, swaddle. I'm a swaddle motherfucking master, by the way.
Fucking swaddle master
I'm a
here.
goddamn swaddle.
You don't need no
master,
sober
diaper
October.
changing.
He's a
Son
swaddle
of a
master.
bitch.
Swaddle Jedi over here.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I can literally do it in the dark. I can change a diaper in the dark. I am like, I have become a Jedi master now. Already in 10 days.
What about you, Eric? Could you do a sober October?
No,
No.
no,
It's like,
no, absolutely not. You know,
I feel like October's like a good drinking month, though.
it is. You're transitioning into fall, colder weather.
Yeah.
You know,
Depression?
we're all, you know, in a way, it's getting a little darker outside. You know,
Yeah.
the sun's not up as much. It's
Yeah.
not as warm. Hey,
Sitting around a
bring out
fire.
the booze, and you got football season going on.
You can't not drink during football.
Halloween,
Yes.
And then,
Football.
And then Halloween.
Football.
Yes,
I will say this. The only thing I've ever kind of entertained the idea of, and I've heard opposite of Sober October, is another one called Dry January. I feel like that one seems more viable, that it might be able to wrap my mind around, because
I'm boating.
January fucking sucks.
right. And
Oh, no, January.
and just to
I'm not
to
boating.
piggyback on that a little bit, you know, usually we all hit it hard New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we have a pretty good time New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Do that, and you know, we're beginning of the year. We're setting our goals real high.
Yeah.
We're like, you know, we're going to lose some weight.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna stop. We're not going to drink as much. We're
Get
going
your
to do this. We're going to do that.
resolution.
You know, there's a better chance for us to do
A Dry January.
Yeah,
right
100%.
than
That is
sober
that sounds way
October.
better.
Sober
That sounds way
October.
better.
Yeah.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
But I mean, it's a thing. I just wanted to bring it up. I obviously.
I mean, it
I've wrapped
depends
my
where
mind-
you live, right? So, like, if you live in California,
Yeah. Yeah.
Every month's the same.
Who gives a shit,
Doesn't
right?
matter.
And I guess
Yeah.
also
But you
kinda
live in
depends on,
Ohio, it's like, yes, January is to be the best.
It also depends on like if this podcast was big enough where a lot of people listened and they weren't tuning in for our alcohol reviews and our beer reviews and shit. And it's like, we just like talking to these guys, and then we'll lose a lot of listeners of us sitting here sober for the month of October. Because we're not funny anymore. We're not funny anymore, and we're just like sober sitting here like, yep.
Yeah,
I,
no, that's not true, but
Okay.
okay.
In January, the creative content takes a dip. February, we're zooming, baby. We're right back up.
We could be sober,
Yeah.
drunk, high on meth. We'd still be having a damn good time.
Well, we're not going to be high at meth.
Oh, God.
Not
a special episode 250.
That'll be our
Stephen Cody try meth.
That'll be our sober October challenge. Is how much meth can we do in the month of October? The non-sober October. We're gonna try meth for the first time for the whole month.
We're not going to sleep one night in October.
You're getting so much content.
The burps will be.
Cody's over like,
That's
Somehow
how
I'll
he
set
talks.
the camera up, but me and
daily
Steve will
life.
be laying on the floor just swaddling each other.
freebasing meth.
Well, you are the swaddle king now. I mean,
I'm
you
the
know,
swaddle
yes.
king. I'm gonna get a giant blanket. Like,
You can swaddle
I'm gonna
anybody.
Swaddle us, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swaddle us.
Okay, so back to that. I want to touch back on the swaddle king thing.
Yeah,
I wore this shirt specifically
I saw it.
because you became a dad, right?
I did.
I just want to make sure I keep you in check. For those listening, not viewing, I'm wearing a t-shirt that's in the Top Gun format. This is Top Dad. I just want to let you know, I'm still a fucking Top Dad. Sure, you got twins. Oh, you got babies. Ugh, I'm still fucking Top Dad, motherfucker.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Who bought that shirt for you?
My kids.
Did they?
My wife did.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up.
Who bought your shirts? Your kids? Your fucking kids? They're only 10 days old.
nice shirt on.
Your
I ain't
kids
trying
are
to
only-
pretend.
Yeah.
I ain't pretending.
Hey,
I ain't pretending.
there's only one guy here with a Top Dad shirt.
I ain't
I
pretending.
only see one Top Dad shirt.
I ain't pretending yet.
I only see one Top Dad shirt. Do you see one Top Dad shirt?
I only see one.
There's only one Top Dad shirt.
Yeah. You remember, he's got kids too. Okay?
And he's not wearing a Top Dad shirt.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to fuck.
So, obviously, somebody's got a little insignificant
I
problem.
wore it for a fucking bit. I did it for a bit. Get off my dick.
You started it. You
Still
can't
Top
finish
Dad.
it.
Still Top Dad.
All right.
I only see one Top Dad shirt.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yeah, and it's Top Gun format.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Nobody gives a fuck.
That's right. Nobody does.
Carry out my wayward son.
Here's a fun fact I learned on the internet this week, and I'm gonna
Emmett with it.
I'm gonna close this out
Well,
just so you can't look at my screen and cheat.
I can't see that far away.
What is the state vegetable of Oklahoma? Any idea? Any guesses?
I have a guess. I'm going to say okra because it sounds like Oklahoma.
That would make so much sense.
I don't know. It's probably not. That's probably corn or some shit.
Well,
but
they probably didn't want to be like racist about it because like it sounds like a Chinaman saying
it's true.
Oklahoma.
yeah. I'm driving my wink into Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. It's the state vegetable's okra because Oklahoma.
I got
I'm
it.
sorry, that was pretty racist as fuck.
That's
We're gonna
true.
cancel on that one.
It's not racist. Cut this out.
No, I'm leaving it in. That's hilarious.
I got it.
What is it?
Eggplant.
No.
No.
And it's so weird because apparently
Why you know? Why are you saying no like you fucking know? Like you know, Eric.
because he already knows
because if it's not okra, it ain't fucking eggplant.
because he already knows that Oklahoma is so much better.
Yeah.
Okay. Watermelon.
Well, okay.
Which watermelon? We think of it as a fruit, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely a fruit. Watermelon's a fruit. What is this? Eric, there's this shit over there.
Did you guys?
We're talking about okra. Fucking watermelon.
It's a fucking watermelon, dude.
Okay.
100%. It's a watermelon. They even I saw online, like they went through court to classify watermelon as a vegetable because technically watermelon is in the family of cucumbers.
Yeah.
It's a sweet cucumber.
100%. I understand. Dry country. Yeah. Watermelon.
Yeah, and I mean it's like a yeah. That's the other thing. How many fucking watermelons does it grow in Oklahoma?
Yeah, I don't know. They do all kinds of things weird in Oklahoma.
I mean it's a big state, so there might be some wetlands and shit.
You ever wonder?
They grow that watermelon in the panhandle.
Yeah.
You ever wonder about those states? Those states that are like just locked in there. Like, what do they do?
Right.
What do they do?
What do they do?
They Oklahoma around.
They Oklahoma
With
around.
their goddamn watermelons.
But yeah, no, I thought that was an interesting fact that
So
watermelon,
I found an interesting fact.
watermelon's technically kind of a vegetable, and that's.
I think I
Oklahoma
already
State's
told you
vegetables.
guys.
kinda like tomato.
So you already know this.
Okay,
Ohio State juice.
save it because we're gonna make a drink for a future episode.
No, we don't need to save it.
Okay.
I'll make it.
Okay, let's talk about
We
it.
can still make the drink. Eric, did you hear this?
Have you heard this?
Ohio State juice. Do you know what it is?
Did you know?
Tomato juice.
Yeah, all right.
That motherfucker knows shit. This motherfucker's Ohio.
Oklahoma.
Tomato juice. All right. On that note, I think we might be getting to the end.
Let's see how much
What else you got?
time we got. How much time we got? I do want to talk about one other thing. New Mario movie. You heard?
No.
They're doing another like live action Mario movie. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of CGI. Probably not as live action like the John Leguizamo one back in the day. Chris Pratt's going to be Mario, dude.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
Hold on a second.
No. Cancel that.
He's going.
Immediately.
Is he
That's
going
a
to,
kids
is he going
movie.
to talk to
like,
me
you
like?
can't. At me,
Yes.
I'm a Mario.
It's a me, a
Hey,
Mario.
I'm
Hello.
He even like he even made it was actually a very sincere viral video. Like, I don't know if it was on his Instagram or Twitter or what. And he even came out and he's like, I am so stoked that like I spent my time as a child playing this game. And then whenever it got the option to me and I was able to be the actor in this, is like, it's an honor to do this. Like, it was very sweet, very sincere. Like, I fucking love Chris Pratt, dude.
Maybe they can make it amazing, but to me, I'm like, this is going to be rubbish. Immediately in my head, this is going to be rubbish.
What? You skeptical piece of shit.
How do you make that a good movie? That's all I'm saying.
Who do you think Bowser's going to be? He's a fucking superstar. Oh my god! Actually, you know what? Instead of asking you, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Who they booked? Who they got? Chris Pratt, Mario, Luigi, Charlie Day.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I love that's that's hilarious.
Those
From
two
Always Sunny?
together are
Yeah.
so fucking would be amazing.
Jack Black is going to be Bowser.
Yes.
Seth Rogen is going to be Donkey Kong. So maybe it's not live action because it says voice all here. Anna Taylor-Joy. I don't know if you've seen that chess show.
No, this is going to be live
She's gonna be
action,
Princess Peach.
but if they do a really good job on a CGI type, or not CGI,
Yeah.
but like a
Kind of CGI.
animated,
Yeah.
animated thing with that would be so good.
I have high hopes for it. Keegan Michael Key is Toad. Fred Armisen is going to be Cranky Kong. Seth Rogen is going to be Donkey Kong. Like, they've got some big names in this. And
Yeah, who wouldn't want to do that? That'd be so fun.
Right.
I want to show my kids that.
Yeah.
And
I also want to show my
it's
kids.
It's going to be kid friendly, but if you got those guys doing it, like there's going to be a little innuendos in there, like
Right.
you know how it goes with kids shit any
Oh, yeah.
days now
Get the
nowadays
fuck out-
anyways.
Get the fuck out of here with Chris
nowadays
Pratt.
anyways.
Chris Pratt in Lego movies, a bomb. I fucking love Lego movie.
Yeah,
100%. Love that shit.
they can throw those little jokes in and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And then I want to show my kids the John Leguizamo one from fucking. When was that one? That one
Doesn't
came out.
hurt. They get $1 million just to voice over a comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bob Hoskins is Mario. John Leguizamo
Anyways,
is Luigi. Dennis
Steve.
Hopper's.
Steve,
What?
snap out of it. We got to get over this.
I'm googling shit.
I know you're googling shit.
Oklahoma.
We gotta get out of that. I'm gonna sit here and be like, hey,
Before you ask, make sure you guys subscribe. Click like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Check out all the socials. Do you want to plug? You plugged your Twitter last time. We'll put it up there again at Erik Wheeler. All that fun shit. Share us with your friends. Let us know. Give us comments. Give us feedback. Send us some emails. What do you want to hear? What do you want us to talk about?
do you want Steve to trail off on Google at the end of the show again? Because he will.
I will.
He will. 100%.
Look it up,
Stare
Jamie.
at a computer. Son of a bitch.
I'll still give you information.
All right. Did you have a damn good time?
I did have a damn good time.
Eric, did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time.
How about
All
you,
right.
Cody? Did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time. Love you guys. Until the next week.
Yep. Love you boys here. Love you all listening. Cheers it out.
Cheers.
Check you next week.